The Venezuelan opposition leader María Corina Machado says that she has given her Nobel Peace Prize to President Trump. The pair were pictured in the Oval Office with Donald Trump holding a framed Nobel medal. The plaque said that this is in recognition of President Trump's principled and decisive action to secure a free Venezuela, and how his courage will never be forgotten by the Venezuelan people. Well, the Nobel Peace Center stipulated in just the last few hours that while the medal can change owners, the title of the Nobel Peace Prize laureate cannot. The decision is final and stands for all time. Well, in the days that followed the US intervention in Venezuela, Mr. Trump appeared to sideline María Corina Machado. He downplayed her support and instead supported the Vice President, Delcy Rodriguez, now acting president, becoming the interim leader. Our North American editor, Sarah Smith, is in Washington.
Well, she has to try and stay on his good side because she has been completely overlooked so far by President Trump, and she wants to try to persuade him that Venezuela does need new elections, which she, of course, hopes that she would win. And that's why she got the Nobel Peace Prize in the first place, for her efforts to try and bring democracy to Venezuela. But we know all too well, don't we, that Donald Trump thinks he should have won that Peace Prize. So, maybe it's not a surprise that she came here in order to hand it to him in the hope that that might help bring democracy to Venezuela.
Ms. Machado, how was the meeting?
A joyous wave as she leaves the White House, but María Corina Machado is still a long way from achieving victory in Venezuela. She was greeted by supporters who want to see her in power, even if Donald Trump says she doesn't command enough respect to run the country. Ms. Machado wants free and fair elections. Donald Trump wants someone he can do business with.
Juro por Bolívar, juro por nuestros libertadores.
Someone like Delcy Rodriguez, who's been sworn in as the acting president of Venezuela. She was number 2 in the Maduro regime, but seems to have won over the US president, who says he likes working with her.
We just had a great conversation today, and she's a terrific person. I mean, she's somebody that we've worked with very well.
The White House press secretary praised María Corina Machado as a brave voice before explaining why the administration's doing business with Delcy Rodriguez.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. They have been extremely cooperative. They have thus far met all of the demands and requests of the United States and of the president. And I think you have all seen that play out. We obviously had a $500 million energy deal that was struck in large part because of the cooperation from Ms. Rodriguez.
America is already making money from Venezuela's oil, and Donald Trump cares more about that than he does about restoring democracy to the country. Venezuela's not ready for new elections, he says.
Thanks, everybody.
Meeting senior lawmakers in Congress, Ms. Machado was among friends who do believe she should be Venezuela's next president. Then she told reporters she gave her Nobel Peace Prize to Donald Trump.
I presented the President of the United States the medal of the Nobel Peace Prize.
Despite the gift, it may be some time before President Trump decides Venezuela needs a democratically elected leader. Sarah Smith, BBC News, Washington.
Well, keeping the focus on President Trump, he's threatened to invoke a centuries-old law to deploy the US military to stop protests in the opposition-run state of Minnesota. Unrest there is growing over the presence of thousands of masked and armed federal immigration officers, one of whom shot dead an American woman last week. Mr. Trump lambasted local Democratic leaders, who he described as corrupt, for failing to stop what he called professional agitators from committing insurrection. Well, the state governor, Tim Walz, urged the president to lower the temperature on what he called a campaign of retribution.